All right, now you wanna, there you go. No, you gotta, did you hit share screen?
You are sharing your screen.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Virtual College Exploration Program. My name is Elaine Frieda, member, volunteer, and facilitator for the NJACAC. I will review a few housekeeping rules that you need to know. Listen, there are over 200 sessions being offered. Please look at some of the sessions and go ahead and sign in for additional sessions at njacac.org/virtual fair. You will be able to use your Q&A button to answer any questions that you might have, and the facilitator, Brandon, will try to answer them as much as he can. If not, he will answer your questions afterwards. Your camera and microphone are off. You will be muted. The recording will be available after the presentation. All sessions are being recorded through njacac.org Virtual College Fair. So I'm going to turn the program over to Brandon, and he will do his presentation.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, Brandon.
Elaine, thank you so much for the introduction and warm welcome. What I will do right off the bat, before I even dive into some of the amazing stuff that I have for you today, is share my screen, because I have some great visuals for you today that I would love to share with you all. So as we just shift in our screen sharing.
Uh-oh, what's that? Now we can't hear him.
Uh-oh. Brandon, your audio, don't.
I'm not doing anything. I have nothing to do with it. You are viewing the screen.
Go down
Chat.
to, yeah, go down to Q&A.
And we'll get this problem solved. Elaine, I can hear you, which isn't a problem. I love to hear your voice. But if you want, we can figure out. There you go. I will go ahead and share my screen as I tell you about PIA and all the wonderful opportunities that we can provide for you. So simply stated, PIA is an elite and unique educational opportunity, providing opportunities that not many other colleges or institutions can offer by allowing our students to live out the lessons they learned by working on actual aircraft and aviation equipment. Our programs culminate in students having the ability to test for and obtain their FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, airframe and power plant certification, and or their FCC, Federal Communication Commission, General Radio Telephone Operator's License. So at our school, we have an opportunity for our students to earn their associate degree in specialized technology while also having that program culminate with a governmental license. That's why our program is so specialized. I'm looking for those hands-on learners, those students that want to continue their education, work in a technological field with a combination of intelligence and technical skills, really marrying them together to be modern day problem solvers, to help humanity forge forward, to work on technology that our world currently enjoys, as well as the technology that will help mold the future of this world, which I will absolutely share with you today. I want to encourage each and every one of you to take advantage of that Q&A box. I'm going to take a couple break points throughout my presentation, and I will check for any questions you have. I won't share your name, but I'll read the question and address it for the group and hopefully provide you an answer. That's what today is about, me empowering you in your educational exploration through information and insight. But at any point, if anything I say sparks a question, ask it and I would love to address it. So before I go any further, because I don't know of your schedule obligations, I want to provide for you the next steps. You're here today, whether live with me or watching in a recording, because you're interested in maybe taking those next steps with PIA to see if we are the right school for you and we can provide the right career paths that you're looking for. You can do that at pia.edu/learn more. You'll choose from a drop-down menu, which would be NJACAC, NJACAC, and today's date, or you can scan that QR code. It'll give you a chance to say you're interested, put in your information, so we can have someone reach out to you and extend an invitation to you and your family for a socially distanced personal tour, to invite you to one of our virtual open houses, or just to give you some information. Or if you're like me, my presentation will end and you'll think of 5, 6 questions. We can have someone answer those for you in a one-on-one setting. It actually is a requirement of our enrollment to tour our campus, and I'm going to show you some amazing stuff today, but it will pale in comparison to coming onto our campus and seeing the larger-than-life aircraft that our students get to work on. That's where I really see a student's face light up and then solidify that this is where they want to be. So I have to share because I am so very proud, but it also could and should affect your decision on attending PIA. We are ranked Forbes #1 2-year trade school. That's 3 years running. And Forbes took multiple factors into account when giving us this honor: postgraduate success, affordability of our program, completion success, and student experience. All those are so important to us. And we've really built a program that has our students thrive in it, excel, and properly prepare them for the aviation and aerospace industries. I should tell you that PIA graduates have gone on to work for NASA, SpaceX, Aerojet Rocketdyne, to name a few aerospace organizations, for technology companies like Pratt & Whitney, Lockheed Martin, for airlines like Delta, Boeing, Piedmont, just to name a few. At PIA, our education and the skills we provide are so widely transferable that you have so many avenues to explore, which I'll touch on for you today. I do want to take a quick moment. A question right off the bat that I would love to answer for you is, do you need any mechanical experience to attend a program at PIA? And the answer is no. It's great if you've identified a passion for the trades or for a technical program and you've taken that in a high school or a vo-tech school, but you need no technical or mechanical experience. I am simply looking for students that are passionate and excited about the opportunities that PIA can provide and the education we can provide. The aspect of what you know coming in, I can fill in all those gaps. I'm looking for excited people because this is a passionate industry. Speaking of passionate people succeeding in the industry, I would love to share with you a PIA alumni spotlight of Chris Hoffman. I share these not only because we at PIA are so proud of our graduates, but also because they can serve as inspiration and motivation for each and every one of you to see a graduate of PIA that's not too far ahead of you, living out their dreams in the fields of aviation, aerospace, and beyond. Chris Hoffman is a director of launch operations at Astra Aerospace, but I also have to mention that Chris Hoffman we celebrated this summer for his contributions at SpaceX while working there. He worked on the Falcon 9 rocket, which was used in this summer's SpaceX launch. So we commend Chris for his contributions to this industry. And if Chris is someone that you're interested by his career, maybe that's a reason to explore this path in the aerospace sense. So what are some of the things at PIA that we do to prepare Chris for that aerospace career, or any of our graduates? And I'm going to double back and go into the aviation side shortly, but one of the amazing opportunities that our students, and I stress that students, because while still in our program, our students are given the ability to participate in the aerospace maintenance competition. The best way I could describe this, it is the Olympics of aerospace maintenance, engineering, repairing, and building. They actually have competitions similar to Skills USA, if you're familiar with that in high school, but take that to a professional collegiate level. And I say that because it's not just for colleges. Aerospace organizations and airlines will send teams to compete. So quite a lofty competition base. You can find this on YouTube. This is viewed by aviation enthusiasts across the world. Like I said, it's kind of like the Super Bowl of aerospace maintenance, where a lot of people are passionate about that and have an interest in it, whether they're working in it or not. And as you can see, PIA has done pretty well in competing. 2 years ago, it was held in Atlanta, Georgia. This past year, it was held in Orlando, Florida. And what an amazing thing for our students becoming graduates to put on their resume, but also what a great life experience to participate in this, and what a great pride point for them and their family that they get to put the skills they're learning on display for the world to see, competing in these fun, wonderful competitions. As you're going to find with me today, I try to paint pictures with words to really give you a full portrait of PIA and our opportunities. But like me, I'm a visual hands-on learner. So I'm a show me kind of person. So what I've tried to do today is create ways that I could show you what I'm talking about more than I could ever speak and illustrate with my words. With that said, this is what it looks like for PIA's most recent participations in the AMC competition.
I can't believe how big this place is and how many people we've seen and how many people we've met. The experience is awesome.
Passionate people and cutting edge level technology. That's what that competition is about. And that really is what PIA is about. So the next question you might have for me is, what does it look like to be a student at PIA? What we are not is a traditional four-year school where you're going to see huge lecture halls. Nothing wrong with that. I encourage you to look into your options. But what we are at PIA is a hands-on educational institution. Our students learn by experiencing. By all means, there is a theoretical foundation and classroom time to what they do, but roughly 60% of the time that a student is in a program at PIA, they are working with their hands, like I said, on actual aircraft. And that's the way that I find I would learn best, not only having the foundation of knowledge, but really getting to put that knowledge to firsthand experience. We find this prepares our students in an entirely elevated way to work in all the industries I'll discuss. But again, I have some great visual pictures, but I'd rather show you what a day in the life at PIA looks like. And knowing me as you are starting to through this presentation, am I going to show you through some descriptive text on the screen? Sure, but I'm not going to stop at that. I'm going to show you through a video I have what it would look like if you walked on campus at PIA into our hangar and got to see our students living out the lessons they're getting to learn. This is PIA, a day in the life. Pride, purpose, and prestige. That is the tagline of PIA. That is what we want you to feel in our program, and as much so, feel in your career. A little life advice that I like to fill in my presentation that is just general life advice, even beyond PIA, but absolutely applies to us. Other than family and friends, there are few gifts as great you can give yourself as to find enjoyment in your employment, to have a career that you are excited to work in, that you're proud to share with people, and that you want to go to, not only to provide a good life for your family financially, but also a career that when you come home from, you're excited to share with your wife, children, mom, friends, what you do and the exciting projects you get to work on. And the only way that's possible is to explore your options, to look into different career and educational paths and find one that speaks to you and your passions and your personality. Because no one can tell you that this educational path or this career will make you happy. This is the ideal path, because different strokes for different folks. You have to identify aspects of yourself and then see which industry you could work in, enjoy, and flourish in. Because I am a big believer that when we are enjoying what we do, promotions, raises, flourishing in a job comes much more naturally, because you're putting in the hard work because you have a drive and dedication towards what you're doing based off seeing value in what you're doing. I don't want to see any of you live a life where you feel like you're stagnant and are disappointed and dreading Monday morning every single week. Now, not that there's not a Monday morning no matter what you do where there's snow on the ground, you got to dig your car out. Yes, we're humans, we live in a physical world. But if you overall have an excitement for what you do, it will be a gift that keeps paying off and actually bleeds over to your family life, the way you interact with others in the world. Be a much more positive, happy person. And that's what I want for each and every one of you. That's what I genuinely want for everyone in the world, to be able to provide for themselves financially, but also live a life that they're happy and excited to live. And career plays a huge part in that. So at PIA, we have 4 campuses. We have our main campus in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, was founded in 1929. We have a branch campus in Youngstown, Ohio, founded in 2006. We have another branch campus in Hagerstown, Maryland, founded in 2011. And if any of you are in New Jersey, that would actually be the closest campus to you. New Jersey is decently large, but roughly 2 hours away from you all. But you can attend any of our campuses. We work with students to facilitate them coming to live near campus. Or perhaps you live in New Jersey and you want a new location that you're sick of those winters. We do also have a campus just built in 2012 in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 5 miles from the beach. So some options right there. Some have, our main campus offers a little bit different programs than our branch campuses, and I'll fill you in on that. So the 2 programs we offer at PIA, simply stated, are Aviation Maintenance Technology and Aviation Electronics Technology, or avionics, the more common term used in the industry. What is aviation maintenance technology and what is avionics? I'll fill in the gaps for you on that. So before I get to that, I'd love to share where these programs are offered if they sparked an interest in you. So Aviation Electronics Technology, as I mentioned, culminates in being licensed by the Federal Communication Commission. It is only offered at our Pittsburgh main campus as a 21-month associate and specialized technology degree program. So only offered at our Pittsburgh campus for our avionics program, our main campus, as an associate and specialized technology degree program. Our Aviation Maintenance Technology program is a little bit different. It culminates in students being certified by the Federal Aviation Administration and is offered at our main campus as an associate degree in specialized technology, which can be completed in 21 months, but is also offered at our 3 branch campuses as a certification program. Not with that general education, you're not going for an associate degree, you're simply just diving right into the technical knowledge, and that can be completed in 16 months. Do you need to know which program or which campus you're going to attend in your initial exploration of PIA? No, our wonderful admissions team is here to help guide you and perhaps reverse engineer your wants, hopes, goals, and needs to which program and campus would best suit you, even beyond just the location of the campus, by what it offers and what it can provide. So we also offer a dual ticket option for the right student, can be completed in 33 months. It can be started at our branch campuses, but has to be completed at our Pittsburgh campus because of the avionics, aviation electronics side. But you would actually get to train in both aviation maintenance technology and aviation electronics technology. Talk about setting yourself up in, our programs are already created to make our graduates extremely sought after and specialized. This would just take that to even higher heights. So what is avionics, aviation electronics? I like to use the analogy that aviation electronics, avionics deals with the brains of the aircraft. All the things that the aircraft needs to operate in a mechanical thought sense. And what I mean by that is navigation, communications, radar systems, flight controls, autopilot systems. They are the problem solvers in the more computer electronic side of things. So I don't know if this is an apt comparison, but just as an electrician would work on your house to make sure everything functions properly with all the different pieces of electronic equipment from lights to TVs that you have in your house, take that to the highest heights possible, put it inside the flight deck of a jet, aircraft, helicopter, whatever the case is, and that's what our avionics students do. Our aviation maintenance students, I more say aviation maintenance technicians work on the brawn of the aircraft, the muscle of the aircraft. Airframe and power plant is a fancy way of saying engine and physicality of the plane. Everything from the landing gear, the struts, the wings, all the different aspects that allow that aircraft to fly. I kind of compare them to detectives. And what I mean by that, how a detective figures out a crime of who done it, our aviation maintenance technicians more figure out what went wrong, how can I fix it, how can I repair it, how can I improve it, how can I make it more fuel efficient, all the different things that allow aircraft to operate safely and every day more optimally. So even if there is nothing wrong with an aircraft, it has to be signed off by a licensed avionics or a certified aviation maintenance technician to even fly. It has to have inspections. Their job is to set pilots up for success, to give them a safe quality aircraft that they can deliver people from point A to point B, cargo from point A to point B, say stat medevac helicopters, that they can ensure that they are in the right position to do the work they do in saving lives. So to give you a little appreciation for the avionics, you can play right along with me wherever you are at. The electricity capacity of one 787 can power up to how many homes? 787 Boeing might be a plane you fly on with your family for vacation. And I share this to stress how much goes in to flight. Because at the end of the day, when I jump, I come down because of gravity. So when humans fly on aircraft, they are literally breaking the rules of this world. And to accomplish that, it takes great mastery, intelligence, and technology to make that happen. And behind any great technology are the people that provide the intelligence to make it function and work. So the electrical capacity of one 787 can power up to 400 homes, kind of mind-blowing in my sense. 400 homes. You look out your window right now, and I grew up in New Jersey, so I know sometimes, depending where you're at, you're close together, but I don't even think you could see 400 homes from your window. That's how much it would take to power one 787. Let's get into some benefits of the industry. But before I get into some of the benefits of the industry, what I would love to do is share with you a little of the current climate going on right now in the industry. So COVID has affected this world in so many different ways. And I just want to speak to each and every one of you on a couple different aspects. So has COVID and this pandemic, which, side note, I have to say this, as a world, as a country, we will get through this. We will see better and brighter days. It's wonderful to see so many people stepping up in this time to aid and assist one another, to be there for one another. And we see that in our industry with stat medevac, with cargo, with all different areas of aviation stepping up that you may not realize to literally save lives and benefit people. But now talking on the industry, has commercial airlines taken a downturn because of less people traveling restrictions? Yes, but all the projections I see, the aviation industry, commercial aviation will absolutely bounce back. 2023 projections are for at the very latest. So by the time you enter a program at PIA, complete it, and want to work for a commercial airline, those industries will absolutely bounce back. But what I do want to share with you is, even before the pandemic, less than 25% of our students even got involved in commercial airlines. And you might say, well, what else is there if you go to a school for aviation maintenance other than commercial airlines? I'm going to fill you in on that, on all the different streams. So if aviation is this huge river, or aerospace and aviation is this huge river, there are so many side branches for our graduates to explore. And we have no trouble placing graduates, even in this pandemic, because of their widely diverse transferable skills. So what I want to do now is go back to sharing, because maybe you have your heart set on working for a commercial airline, and that's kind of the point I stopped before. So you have your heart set on working commercial airlines, you'll have that opportunity with PIA, and never get involved in a career because of benefits. But it's nice to know that benefits are provided because they show appreciation for what you do. So if you work for a commercial airline, you fly for free. You, your family, your parents, your friends, get discount buddy passes for all your friends. Your children fly for free. Get out of work on a Thursday in New Jersey, and you and your future wife, husband, whatever it is, want to take a trip to Florida, you fly for free. I share this not because of getting something for free, but the aspect of how much respect is given to aviation maintenance technicians for the work they put in that literally allows this world to keep turning. So speaking of appreciation, you perhaps couldn't find other fields that grab as much appreciation as this one, so much so that May 24th is actually AMT Day, Aviation Maintenance Technician Day. It celebrates AMTs all over the world and their commitment and dedication to helping this world be a better place, whether that be working for medical transport companies, cargo companies like Amazon, commercial airlines, all the different areas, whether it be working in aerospace like we talked about before, NASA, SpaceX, Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin. May 24th is Aviation Maintenance Technician Day because it is the birthday of the mechanic for the Wright brothers, whose name is Charles Taylor, which ties in wonderfully to PIA's history because he was the mechanic for the Wright brothers. And PIA was actually, man, I got to stop, how far we've come from some of these black and white grainy photos, right? When PIA was founded in 1929, we're over 90 years old. But Charles Taylor, the mechanic for the Wright brothers, ties in so wonderfully to PIA because we were actually founded with our roots tracing back to the Curtiss Wright Flying Service. That's Glenn Curtiss and Orville Wright, the same Orville Wright that was the first in flight. So you can't ask for a school that has a more rich tradition and history in the aviation industry. I share this video with you because it wasn't but a little over 100 years ago, 1903 in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, that the Wright brothers, paired with Charles Taylor, had a vision and goal that seemed impossible and unrealistic to many, for humans to be in flight. They had a perseverance and a passion to make this possible, and now our world gets to live in the tremendous ripples that they created. So I love the past of aviation. I'm excited about the present opportunities that PIA can provide, but I'm equally, if not more excited about the future. At PIA, you will not lack opportunities to not only work with cutting edge level technology, but to benefit humanity while doing it. We talked about some of the aerospace organizations, our graduate Chris Hoffman, who worked at SpaceX, contributing to this summer's launch. Blue Origin has just recently really amped up that space race with SpaceX a little bit. Virgin Galactic, I'm going to touch back on those, but GE just this week, this is not hopes and dreams. GE just this week invested $100 million in flying car technology, entering in the arena with Uber Elevate. You're like, what? I heard of Uber. What's Uber Elevate? It's actually their flying car technology. They're going to have flying car transport stations. This is going to benefit humanity in wonderful ways. People are going to be able to work farther away from their homes, transport to places in a much more seamless way. And this is the technology that our graduates are and will continue to work on. This technology is going to be rolled out to humanity in the next 3, 5, 6 years. So everyone in the world is going to be affected by this technology. But it doesn't stop there. I want to take it in a whole different vein. Another project currently being worked on that if you came to PIA, you might work on for your career is the Space Hotel. Yes, you heard me right. A hotel in space that people will launch up into. Just like grandparents would get into Winnebago and go to the Grand Canyon, or a family would go on a trip to Disney, they can go up to the Space Hotel. And remember I told you about being an AMT and working for a commercial airline? You work on the Space Hotel as an AMT, you go up for free. Free trip to space. So it'll be nice to see PIA graduates getting a whole new look on Earth, again, because of the hard work that they put into it. So if these potential projects excite you, maybe aviation and aerospace is a path that you want to continue to explore. And I commend each one of you for taking the first steps in exploring it by being here with me today. So we've talked about the great appreciation for AMTs. We've talked about the projects they work on, but what exactly is an AMT and what exactly makes them so specialized and well-trained to deserve these benefits, appreciation, honor, and to work on the highest level technology that Earth has to offer? I think this video will show you.
When you think of a career as a mechanic, often the first thing that comes to mind is working in an auto shop, doing the repair and maintenance on our everyday vehicles. But what about those vehicles that travel thousands of miles in mere hours, transporting goods and people across the world as part of their everyday commute? Aviation maintenance technicians are the men and women who ensure the safety and reliability of our aircraft each day. Before a plane takes off, an AMT has worked tirelessly to ensure that the aircraft is mechanically safe to fly. By diagnosing mechanical and electrical problems, completing routine inspections, repairing damage to wings, landing gears, and other components, and certifying that aircraft meets the standards set forth by the FAA. This work is led by an elite group of professionals known as AMP mechanics, who train for a minimum of 1,900 hours to understand the complex and unique systems that make up an aircraft, working on planes, jets, drones, blimps, helicopters, or rockets. Their highly specialized skill set makes them sought-after employees, not only in the aviation sector, but in many non-aviation related fields. If you are seeking a career that is fast-paced, challenging, and hands-on, then a career as an aviation maintenance technician might be right for you.
As you just heard, planes, jets, drones, helicopters, blimps, you name it, our students are qualified, licensed, and certified to work on it. But it doesn't stop there. Do you know Disney will hire our students to work on roller coasters because they come in with that aeronautical understanding? NASCAR will hire our students. Our students are qualified to work on cruise ships. We say if it moves mechanically, our students are qualified or overqualified to work on it. So you might not know right away, but if you get a PIA education, it is going to open up a wide variety of opportunities for you to work in, whether it be a company like Lockheed Martin, where some of our graduates that work there, they love to share with us what they're working on, but they actually have governmental security clearance because the technology they're working on is confidential, because it is so ahead of the time, it's not even rolled out to the general public yet. So if that excites you, this could be a great path for you to explore. But what are some of the skills that you're going to learn at PIA? I talked about how our students get to live out the lessons they learned by working on actual aircraft. Our schools have our own private hangars. Hangar is a garage for airplanes where we have planes, jets, helicopters that our students get to actually work on. So by the time they get into these professional fields, it's kind of like they not only learned it, they lived it, and they're properly prepared for it. And I think this next video depiction, because as you've come to know with me in this presentation, I love to tell you, but even more so, I love to show you. And I would love to give you an inside peek into some of the skills and projects that our students work on and that make them so specialized. Before I talk about the demand for aviation maintenance technicians, I just wanted to touch base with you all on if there are any questions. One great question that we always get that I want to share with you is, other than providing us the skills, what are you going to do at PIA to help me land employment in the industry? We have an amazing career service team that works hand in hand on our students. Now, not we or anyone can guarantee you a job, but we're going to set you up for success for that job. We have a career service team that makes you aware of job opportunities, holds career fairs. It's not uncommon for a PIA graduate to get 4, 6, 8, 10 job offers before they even complete our program. Now, that doesn't mean they get to say, I got a job, see you later, contingent on them completing our program. But it's nice to be that sought after as an employee. That's why they are paid so well. That's why they are recruited out of our campuses so frequently. What I want to show you now is why they are so sought after. If you're going to invest your time, effort, and energy into an education, you want to make sure it pays off with tangible employment. Well, right now there is a huge demand for aviation technicians. We're looking for that next generation of aviation technicians to step up, because right now 76% of them are over 50 years old. 22% are 31 to 50 years old, leaving only 2% under 30 years old. You know what that says to me? Not only is there opportunity for you to break into the industry, but opportunity for you to quickly move up through it. There is a huge shortage right now. These projections are put out by Boeing all over the world. Anywhere you want to live in this country or outside of it, some jobs lock you into living in a certain area where that industry exists. The aviation and aerospace industry exists all over the world and all over the country. Say you work at an aerospace company in New Jersey, and 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you, your wife, you and your husband want to move to Florida. You reach out to our career service team, and they're going to open their Rolodex of contacts and help put you in contact with someone where you want to go, a company there that can hire you and set you up for success. Not only that, we're going to do mock interviews with you, because no matter what technical skills you have, got to be able to land that job. At PIA, our admission team, when you're exploring our opportunities, our amazing instructors to our career service team, all work together to really set you up for success. This will just give you a brief idea of the cargo industry, which is flourishing very much so, and even more so in this pandemic. Medical supplies, all different things that we need delivered. Every day, 18.6 billion, that's billion with a B, $1 billion of goods are transported, and aircraft is a huge part of that. And those aircraft being able to fly and maintain safely need smart, technical-minded people behind them, like AMTs. So I shared with you a little bit of the aviation industry, commercial airlines, cargo, medical transport, like Stat Medevac helicopters, blimps, Goodyear blimp our students could fly on. I should mention that at PIA, we do not train pilots, but it is not uncommon for a company that hires a PIA graduate to actually pay for them to get their pilot's license. That's very common in the industry. But what I want to do now is show you another side of the industry, all the different areas that you could take your skills in beyond aviation that I touched on. I talked about it, but I'd much rather show you. Our graduate employment statistics, I don't have to say too much. I'll let them speak for themselves. And that doesn't mean our student got a job. It means they got a job within the industry. Those numbers are incredible. I encourage you to look into any school you're looking to, their graduate employment statistics, because that's the goal, right? I want you to have an enjoyable education experience, but the goal of school is to land that job, provide for your family. And in this industry, that is absolutely possible. I mentioned our career service team and all the different things that they do to set our students up for success, all the opportunities even after graduation that our career service team will provide. What I do want to share with you as well is if you're interested in seeing where any of our graduates are working, you can go on pia.edu/career services and track our graduates all over the country and world to where they're working. I shared a couple alumni spotlights. Chris Hoffman, we had a graduate, Kate Fulmer, who went on to work at NASA. She now works at Blue Origins. Another graduate, Randall Pearson, went on to work at Aerojet Rocketdyne. So if those spark interest in you and maybe you gain inspiration from, come check out any of those other sources where you'll find those as well. Bryce working at GE Aviation. Like I said, GE just invested $100 million in flying car technology. But what I really want to do now is provide you that next step. So if you want to go on to pia.edu/learn more or scan that QR code, give us some information. You'll see a drop-down menu and you'll see NJACAC, today's event with today's date. Click on that, put in your name, an email, a phone number, how you want to be contacted, so we can invite you down for a socially distanced personal tour, to our upcoming virtual open house, to come and see the aircraft that you get to work on. I think that's the best way to really determine if a college is the right place for you. Great to do your foundation research by attending a presentation like that, but until you step foot on campus and get to really experience what it would look like to be a student, I don't think you could ever know 100% if that institution is right for you. I genuinely want each and every one of you to have the best and brightest possible future. And the best way you do that is to explore your options, to look into all different paths and determine what's best for you. I'm a big believer that when you pair drive, dedication, determination, passion, positivity, and persistence, any goal is accomplishable, especially when it comes to careers. So the best way to do that is to find something that you're passionate about, because you'll naturally have that positivity, that drive and dedication for. Now, of course, it takes that internal aspect of pushing forward and wanting to learn the stuff. But if you have some level of enjoyment in what you're doing, it will fuel that process. Just as a plane needs fuel to fly, this industry needs fuel. And AMTs are absolutely the fuel that fuel this industry and the glue that hold it together. At PIA, we prepare and propel students into careers in aviation, aerospace, and beyond. You will not be limited. A question that I always get that I'd love to address at the end, what is the average salary of an AMT? And it's right around $63,000. Do your research on careers. I think that's a good financial amount to live off of. And that's average. We by all means have PIA graduates that are making over $100,000. Because of that extreme demand I spoke for, that kind of become bidding wars sometimes between airlines and different companies for our graduates. We've had graduates receive sign-on bonuses, not in addition to their salary. So with that said, I wish each and every one of you the best and brightest possible future. Go after your goals, accomplish them, and find the right people and educational institution that can help make them possible. I want to thank StriveScan and NJACAC today for putting on this event. You find a way or you find an excuse. They could have found an excuse this year, but instead they found a way to empower you all by allowing you to, in this virtual sense, explore your educational options. Thank you so much for your time today. Good luck in all you do, and I wish you well.
Share screen. Same thing. Oh,
I can't. He won't hear me.
he's still on. There you go.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much. Brandon did a wonderful job. It's our pleasure to really have him join us. PIA is a great institution. I'm so happy that he's had this opportunity to share such a wonderful opportunity. Just know, a few housekeeping things here at the end. There will be a quick survey. It's 4 questions. If you would please make sure that you answer the survey so that we can have your feedback and use it more productively. You can sign in for other sessions. There are many, many other sessions going on. Please check njaacac.org/virtual fair. Sign into some of the other sessions that are going on. This session will be recorded and will be available for you to look at njaacac.org/virtual fair. Thank you so much for being with us and have a great evening.
Bye, Brandon.